Diamond Calc has advanced to a high definition range lighting environments to display diamonds. When you click the HDR button here, you'll see that the diamond has been now illuminated in a completely different type of environment. And if we look at this little area up here, you can see that there is actually a bloom on this stone. The stone is displaying itself in a completely new and different type of environment. Now, in this situation, the diamond is displayed in this realistic lighting. The only part that's not entirely realistic is that the person in the photograph has actually been inlaid from a completely different photograph. So this three-dimensional lighting environment is not just a normal photograph and a normal lighting environment. The brightness difference here, the digital information of the brightness difference, is very, very much higher than what you would normally see. This window that I've opened also includes some other very specific cut information, which is probably a bit more technical than we need to go into right now, but if you want to play around as a Diamond Calc owner, you will get a host of information here. Now, let's have a look at the HDR settings. You can see some pinkish areas in the diamond. These are actually coming from the face of the observer. If I unclick that Show Observer, we'll now see that the diamond has changed, and you can see that the bright light is coming from that particular side. I'll just move this screen away a little bit, out of the way, and you can see that we can also do things like rotate the light. So if I change this to say 45 degrees, I can actually move the direction that the light is coming from, and all sorts of really quite sophisticated and complicated things. You can make some quite magnificent views of the diamond with this, and here I'll just change the exposure. I'll raise the exposure. You can see how you can generate some quite interesting appearances in the diamond. I'll raise the exposure up to 1.7. The stone is getting quite bright now. It takes a long time to generate these images, but another feature that you'll see is that we've actually got bloom. The brightness of this facet is extending outside the area of the diamond. We can turn this bloom effect off and see in a more normal ray tracing, but this makes for a much more realistic appearance to the diamond. There are many controls that you have as additional options. You can see here a photograph of the actual lighting type that's used, and you can see that we can enable additional lighting sources. We're generating now all those little pinpoint light sources over the top. I can make the light source bigger and change the format again. Now of course we're going to totally overexpose the diamond with very bright lights, completely blowing it out, and I'll turn those off again. And you have some very advanced descriptions of the things that you can do in this part of the program. If you go to Start on your computer, Programs, and take the manual option, you'll find there are lots and lots of descriptions of various parts of this part of the program that you can play with.